Hello, everyone, and welcome to podcast 9 3/4. I'm your host, the Half-Blood Princess. In this video, I'm going to talk about Minerva McGonagall's tragic romance and backstory. But before I get started, if you love Harry Potter as much as I do, be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Minerva McGonagall is the Transfiguration teacher at Hogwarts during Harry's time there. Minerva's backstory is pretty tragic, but she doesn't share it with many people at all. McGonagall was born in Scotland in the 1930s to Reverend Robert and Isabel McGonagall. Her father was a Muggle and her mother was a witch, but until young Minerva was born and began to demonstrate magical abilities, Isabel didn't tell her minister husband Robert what she really was. Despite this, Robert's love did not change. However, he was afraid of what the congregation would do if they found out the truth. This also broke the trust that had been built between her parents, but they did stay married for their entire lives. Minerva had two younger brothers eventually. Minerva was very close to her father, but also felt that she couldn't be her true self around him, since magic and the wizarding world would always be something that he didn't fully understand or trust. Hogwarts was the only real place that Minerva felt like she could be herself. By the time she graduated, Minerva had a job lined up at the Ministry of Magic at the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. She was excited to move to London and fully immerse herself into the wizarding world. But she returned home to the Highlands to spend one last summer with her family, and during this time, she fell in love. Dougal McGregor was the Muggle son of a farmer and knew nothing of Minerva's magical ability. Before either of them knew it, Dougal was proposing on the farm he was eager to inherit and run with her by his side, and Minerva said yes. Of course, she later came to realize that this would mean giving up a life free to use magic and a career at the ministry. It truly broke McGonagall's heart, but she broke off the engagement with Dougal and was unable to provide him with a reason. But she didn't want to live a life of secrecy and lies. She left for London to take her job at the ministry with a broken heart. Once at the ministry, Minerva was pretty unhappy. She hated the anti-Muggle views a lot of people there had and found the job less than fulfilling. She wrote to Hogwarts about a possible teaching position, which is when Dumbledore offered her the Transfiguration spot. Of course, she accepted. The only thing she missed about her job at the ministry was Elphinstone Urquhart, who had become her friend. He was a bit older than McGonagall, would visit her at Hogwarts whenever he could, and one day he even proposed to McGonagall. However, she was still deeply in love with Dougal and turned him down. McGonagall was content with her life at Hogwarts, but really missed Dougal and would think about him often. One day, she got a letter from her mother mentioning Dougal's marriage to a farmer's daughter, and McGonagall was heartbroken all over again. She was crying in her office when Dumbledore found her there. Minerva told Albus about her woes. This is a strong moment in the friendship between Dumbledore and McGonagall, because Dumbledore also confided his own story of heartbreak to McGonagall, and the two became close. For the years that McGonagall taught at Hogwarts, she maintained her friendship with Elphinstone Urquhart, who continued to propose to her every year or so. Again and again, Minerva declined. However, after she received word that Dougal McGregor had passed away, she found herself feeling freed. This was after Lord Voldemort had fallen to the infant Harry Potter, and the wizarding world was in a period of great peace. So the next time that Elphinstone proposed, she accepted. Elphinstone purchased a cottage in Hogsmeade Village, and he and Professor McGonagall lived a beautiful life together. They never had children, and unfortunately, Elphinstone died after only 3 years due to a venomous tentacula bite. It would be within the next decade that Harry Potter would start at Hogwarts School, though he never knew the immense suffering his teacher had experienced so recently. From the outside looking in, Minerva McGonagall's students could only see a strict woman with a talent and passion for teaching. Only Dumbledore knew the whole truth of who McGonagall was, a woman whose life had been full of romance, adventure, and, unfortunately, far too much heartbreak. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section, and be sure to like and subscribe. Okay, love you, bye!